What's up, YouTube? Husky Shane here, back for another video. This is going to be part 9 in our build series for this huge truck blow through in this 2010 Toyota Tundra. Guys, the box is finally ready for paint. It's been a long time coming. I really appreciate you guys who have been watching all the videos, commenting, following me through this journey. I really appreciate it. This box is finally ready for paint. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient.
Alright, well, so before we paint it, we got to clean it out, right? Like, there is dust and dirt and grime and glue and just crap everywhere. So one thing I did do off camera is I took some wood filler, just bought some like generic wood filler, like pre-mixed from the hardware store. And we just filled in some of the cracks and some of the screw holes and, you know, whatever. We didn't really spend a ton of time with that because we're going to texture this box anyway. So I don't really care if it's smooth or not. I just wanted to fill in some of those gaps and some of those holes. Now that we got that done, we're going to take it down to a local car wash and clean it out. Well, we're here at the car wash. They got these free vacuums for us. All right, just got done vacuuming this bad boy out. All right, there's the port. Got the inside of that thing all vacuumed out. All right, I mean, it's all stained up and stuff, but obviously we're going to paint that. Got this all vacuumed out, you know, the best I could. Vacuumed out up there. All right, we're about ready to start putting some paint on this thing. Oh yeah. All right, guys, so we're getting this thing ready to paint. Got a lot of these gaps filled with this wood filler. Yes, it is rough, but it's gonna be textured anyway, so I don't really care. All right, we got all this kind of finished off a little bit just so I don't have a gap right there. Again, I don't know, I just don't care enough to really like sand that down and make it super smooth, because I'm gonna texture it and you're not really gonna see it anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, what I'm doing now is I'm putting bolts in anywhere that has these threaded inserts, because I want to protect the threads, right? I don't want to get a ton of paint in there on those threads, and then I'll just pull these bolts out and clean the bolts, and then it'll be fine. Or these bolts are like 20 cents. I could just buy some more if I wanted to. I'm going to do the same up there. I'm going to cover all of those bolt holes. What we did in here is we taped it off. That way when I'm painting this face and everything, we don't get any paint anywhere, because we probably are going to use a little bit of SpLaTtEr. I don't know, I like SpLaTtEr, so there's probably going to end up with some SpLaTtEr on there. Got those bolt holes protected. All right, so getting this thing ready for a layer of primer, which, let me show you what we're going to use. This stuff, this Kills 3. It says it's interior and exterior primer. I like this thick high hide formula. I like thick because I'm going to be using a textured roller, and I want it to cover, you know, as well as I can. I don't want it to be real thin. I want it to go on thick and cover really well. It also says that it works well with oil and water-based top coats. All right, well, that's good too, because I think I am going to put some oil-based paint on here. So let me finish getting all these threads protected, right? I got plenty of bolts here. Gonna finish up this window, finish off the door hole there, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll probably be ready for paint. I might tape off a couple other things maybe down here. I don't know. Maybe I'll just be real careful when I'm painting it. I don't know. We'll see. Well, let me show you guys what I got. I got a coat of primer on there. On the whole outside, on the inside, on the outside, on the lid, right there. On the port. I gotta say, man, this stuff does not cover as well as I thought it would. Like, I've almost used an entire gallon and it does not cover as well as I thought it was going to. But I guess that's all right, because all of this is getting a top coat of something else. So, you know, whatever. I guess it's fine. Man, even just the white looks good. I got a friend that all he does is white. He says the inside of a box has got to be white. There's no other option. Well, I don't know about that, but okay, whatever. That's how it's coming so far. Man, that was a pain in the butt to get in there. I was reaching all around in there, climbing through those holes, painting that corner right there. Oh my gosh. And painting this stuff over here. Well, like you can see, I still didn't do a very good job of it. But that's okay, because you're never going to see that, right? Unless you like stick your head right there, right? Like right there like that. And even then you can't see it. So whatever, it's primed. Oh, getting there, guys. We're getting there.
3:28 a.m.
Okay, back at it first thing in the morning, guys. Let's check it out. All right. That primer layer has been drying all night. It actually did cover a little better than it looked like it did at first. That's actually not bad. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks real good. All right, so I think what we're gonna use now is this speaker cabinet coating. It is black. I'm gonna use this for, well, inside this chamber and the outside of the box. Right, so inside here and the port, and then the outside of the box. I think inside this chamber, we're gonna do something a little different, something that's gonna pop a little more. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I got some ideas and I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. But anyway, I think I'm gonna start on that inside chamber up there with this stuff, just because I don't wanna run out of it. And then if I run out by the time I get to the outside, then I can just buy some other sort of external paint coating and that'll be fine. I just wanna make sure that I get enough to get this on the inside of the box and on the port. Stirring up this speaker coating. Guys, I love this stuff. Look how thick that is. It covers really well and it's supposedly water resistant. I don't know. I don't really care about that. I mean, it's nice to have it on the outside if it's water resistant. Let me back up a little bit. There we go. The inside shouldn't matter. Anyway, love this stuff. You can get it on Amazon. It's basically like an off-brand of Duratex, I think. Anyway, got a couple of different things we're going to use here. We got a big textured roller. We got a smaller roller for those tight spaces. Got some paint brushes. Like I said, I'm going to start inside that chamber. I'm going to try to get some footage of me doing this. It's going to be very difficult because you're just going to see my body in there. But it's pretty straightforward, guys. You're just using a paint roller. There's nothing really to see. So I'll try to get some footage of that and then I'll bring you guys back and show you the finished product when I'm done with it. All right, well, as you can see, we're starting to lay this stuff down and man, I love this stuff. It covers so well. It is so thick and you lay it on and it's just like midnight black in there. Oh, I love it. And then this little bitty 1-inch roller, right? Really good for like getting up in the cracks like that. The hardest part is this baffle because of all these like offsets. So I do have to use a paintbrush to kind of get in these cracks a little bit, but even that is fine because I just kind of goop it on there, right? Like that. And then I can just kind of squeeze it into these gaps. And then it's just, boom, see, gap, done. Now I can just come back with that roller and fill in that space. But man, I love this stuff. I've barely used any of it. And we're already like a third of the way done with the inside of this box. We'll probably have enough to do a couple layers, or a couple of coats rather. Okay, I'm up here on top of the box now, right? I'm sitting on top of it. Now I can reach in here in this hole and get these spots that I missed. this is a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. You always got to start at the back, right? Because you don't want to paint yourself into a corner. And you got to just kind of work your way up towards the front where there's a hole that you can climb out of, right? Otherwise, you're going to paint yourself into the box, and then you're going to have to take breaks and let the paint dry before you can continue. So that's what I did. I started up, I climbed in this hole and just kind of worked my way from that end all the way down to this end. And now if I climb up here in the top of this hole, then I can reach in here. That's kind of how I got this top piece here. And, get all these spots that was very difficult to get from that hole. All right, let's see. Can I reach over there? Oh, yeah. Barely, but I got it. All right, well, anyway, let me get this finished, and then we'll start working on the outside of the box. All right, look at that. Man, that looks good. That's only one coat, guys. Ooh, I missed a spot. Ooh, I missed another spot. Okay. Man, that looks great. I love this stuff. It just, I don't know, man. It covers really well. Hides imperfections, which we all know my work has a lot of imperfections, but, that's why I really like this stuff. It looks great. And then once I get some accent color and some lights in there, man, this thing is going to be so sweet. Oh, man. It's looking more and more and more like a subwoofer box, guys. Look at that. I got the first coat on the whole outside of the box. I did use my textured roller here, right? It adds a nice little texture to it. Man, I love texture. It hides a lot of things, guys. Look at that. You never really see how jacked up that looked before I painted it. Love this stuff. Absolutely love it. All right, you can see that I will need a second coat, but that's fine. I got enough for a second coat. I got to let all this dry, and then I'll put a second coat on it, and then we'll be good to go. I think I'm going to do a second coat on the inside too. Pretty sure I got enough paint for that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, well, this stuff's been drying for a few hours now. Family and I went to church and came back and, got lunch. And anyway, this is very dry now. And this stuff does have a tendency to want to crack. Like you can see it's splitting a little bit. This I don't care about because this is going to get covered up. But I don't have enough of it to do another coat. And this is already 2 coats on a lot of this. So, and this was my plan to begin with. I'm going to do a top coat. Went to the old hardware store with this Rust-Oleum satin black. Give it a little glossy look. Should look nice on there. Anyway, I'm not going to bring you guys through that whole process. All I'm doing is painting it on with a roller. I mean, you've already kind of seen me do some of that. So I'm just going to get a coat of this on there, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm done.
A few moments later.
Man, this top coat really made a difference. Oh, excuse me. Look how glossy that is. And it doesn't have the cracks in it anymore. Man, that looks good. That looks so good. So you got the outside with it too. Right, got the top, got the sides. Man, that looks good. That looks, I'm really happy with it. And this stuff dries really quick. So that brings us to what we're gonna do next. And of course, if you know me at all, we're gonna splatter paint this thing. We're gonna splatter it to match this. We got gray, blue, and white. Right, and these are some leftovers. I also went back to Ace Hardware. That's where I got this stuff, and got some more in case I run out. These are the cans I use to do the door pods, but I do have one extra can of each just in case. Right, we got some gloss white, some medium gray, and then a little bit of deep blue. Where is it? There we go. So, you know, splatter is just, you just get creative with it, right? Sometimes I'll get my brush and just fling paint everywhere. Sometimes I'll get my fingers and do like this, like a little splat. We'll see, you know, I'm gonna start on the inside of the box and then do the port. I'm not sure if I'm gonna splatter the outside of the box yet or not. I don't know. Partially, I don't want to spend all the time taping all this up. I don't know, we'll see. I'll do the inside of the box first, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna do the outside of the box. All right, well, got the gray on there. I'm already really digging it. Love it. 2 more shades to go. Gotta let this dry, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or so. And again, I just took my paintbrush, dipped it, and flung it on there. That's all I did. I think with the white, I'm gonna do white next. I think I'm gonna use my fingers and splat it on there like that. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's the gray. We got the white left to go, right? And then we got the blue after that. And then it'll match these door pods. Man, that white really makes it pop. Look at that. That looks amazing. All right, well, we're gonna let that dry. Then we're gonna throw some blue on there. Then we're gonna be done with that.
1 eternity later. This has been sitting, drying all night. Oh man, that looks so freaking awesome. Hang on, let me get a little bit better. I got you guys on a tripod. Let me pull you off the tripod. There we go. Man, look at that. That just looks so cool. I don't care what people say. Splatter paint is so awesome. I just love it. And it just, like, you don't see any of the bumps or the, you know, the glue. You don't see none of that, man. It just hides it all. It's just amazing. I just love it. And it looks so cool. And it matches the door pods, right? It's just great. Even got my little brace painted up, right? That's gonna go right there in the middle.
Got the back all done with that high gloss paint. Look at that. Look at that. Now don't mind in here, right? We got some oversplatter. That's the reason I did this side before I did this side, because I knew this was going to get this way. And I'm not done with this. This is just primer. I still haven't quite decided what type of finish I want to do here. So this is all going to get repainted or covered up or something. So don't mind all that. All right, well, let's pull all this paper off and see if we actually accomplished anything by putting it up there. I mean, I'm sure we did, but let's just see how it looks without it. Well, I gotta say, that looks pretty freaking awesome. I mean, I am just over the moon pleased with how that turned out. Look how clean that looks. Man, that looks good. I just kind of beside myself. Like, I'm just really, really, really proud of this. This looks so good. Woo, man. This thing looks so awesome. I couldn't be happier with how this turned out, guys. I just love the splatter paint. Sometimes I get some people talking about the splatter paint like it looks like it's from the 90s. Well, I grew up in the 90s. I think it looks freaking awesome. And I love it because it is a technique where you can pull your eyes away from imperfections. I'm not trying to make it look like glass because that's really hard to do, and I just don't care enough to do that. So splatter paint it is. And it's really loud and bold and in your face. Like, well, what is car audio, right? Like, we're putting 318s in the back of a truck. What is that if not like loud and in your face, right? So I don't know. Splatter paint is the only thing that makes sense to me. Anyhow, it looks amazing, guys. I just love it. I don't really feel like the pictures do it justice. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I really do. There are several of you that are always commenting and always giving me the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. For those of you that are new to my channel or just stumbled across some of these videos, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, you know, share my channel with other basshead friends of yours. I would really appreciate it. That would really help me out. But guys, until the next one, thanks for watching.
Hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big bucks, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top?